Hi everyone, so today we are going to see how to import projects and assets from Mixamo library, how to import animations and use those animations as assets into your Unity project. We'll also see another concept related to the Animator controller and animations in Unity, how to manage them, how to import those files, and how to run them into Unity. So let's begin. So for starting, I'm going to create a new project here. To paste here into the typical three-dimensional universal render pipeline we use here. I'll try to download this template and then I'll just create a new project. I'll create this animation and animator example, and then I'll create a project into this version. Okay, this version I commonly use. Let's create a project. Alright, so once the project is loaded, then you'll see I just start an empty project. I'll create a 3D object that is just cube with a box collider. I'll probably just try to set up this here and edit its size from something like this, very fast and very quickly develop some sort of floor. And then I will go to internet and I'll just use this library, which is called Mixamo. So if you actually browse Mixamo, you'll see it's a library from Adobe, and this Adobe library you're probably familiar with. You actually can load many characters and many animations here. You have a variety of characters where you can download. In this case, I will download this one, which is called I think it's called Amy, and then I'll just download this one first. What I want to is download the character first, and then I will download a few animations into Unity, and then I'll just try to run them separately. So first I click on download. I'll just click in FBX and I want to download it into a neutral pose, so I will just download it in T-pose, then click on download. Then go to desktop and I will just create a new folder that will be called in from Mixamo, and then I'll just download that package. Then I'll just go here and we're back to Unity, and here in my assets I'll create another folder. I'll create a new folder. Let's do the right click here in assets, create folder, and then I will call this one Amy from Mixamo. And then I'll just drag and drop this that I have just download here. Probably minimize the screen here, and then drag this into my folder. So you can see here when I import this package or this asset, it contains a character, it contains the mesh of the character. If I click here, you'll see it contains the mesh of the character. Here it contains some animation and the asset itself. So first thing I want to do with this character is not really changing anything into the model, but I will go to the inspector, and then in the inspector I'll go to rig, and then here I will click animation type. I will put an humanoid, and then here in humanoid I will actually click on create from this model, because I want to create this as a pattern for other for the rig of this model, as well as for other animations that later I wanted to import. I want to use this one as the main pattern, then standard for bones, and then I will just apply it to it. Then here in animation you'll see I have different settings and different, you see if I have import constraint or certain elements here, and then materials. You can also, once you import this type of characters in Unity, you have to extract the textures and extract their materials into a folder, so then you will get all that package together. So I will click here and I will use the Amy from example folder and then select, and then I'll go to here first and then fix now, click it, fix now, and then I will also extract materials and then select the folder and do the same. So now you can see here in the right section of the character, you'll see there is a figure with already with the materials that come, and you see the textures are already extracted. It has created a sort of wrapping of the texture and also the normal channels and the other channels of the materials and textures. Then I'll just minimize because I'm used to this type of icon. I'm going to find the character, and then I'll try to add this character on scene. So I'll see here my character to the scene directly. You can see here this is the character that we have downloaded. So now what I want to do is I want to download an animation. So I will go through this animations here section on this library, and then I will probably try to find one of these animations. For example, I'll browse one what is walking, typical walking, and then we'll click enter to see if there's any walking. Start walking. Maybe this one. Well, here you can control certain elements here. The overdrive, how much the arm space are opened. You can also control this variable here and see it and preview it here. As you can see, you can use a scroll to check it out and see if you want to control certain elements or just want to download the standard values of it or not, and if you want to download it as a mirror or in place. There are certain preferences for animation. So I want to download this one, and then with no keyframe reduction in FBX, and I think should be without skin, or just download all that without skin, but just download the animation. So now I'll use the same. I'll call this animation walking and then save it. I'll go to the folder that I have downloaded here, and then here I want to import that animation that I have just done. So for importing that one, then going to do is that I am going to drag this here. That's called walking. This animation that's called walking. But the first thing I want to do before that is that in this folder I want to create animator controller for controlling this avatar or controlling this humanoid character. So the first thing in Unity we do to control the animations that we create an animator controller that can manage different small animations. I'll create this animator controller here. I'll call it Amy for example. And then you'll see this, it will be my animator controller. If I double click here, and I will see automatically the window of animator, it pops up and creates these empty states, so there's no any animations here. And then let's try to see it in this way, so we can speed the screen. So you see here, this animator controller is empty, it doesn't have any animations. So first thing I want to do is I want to click right and then create an empty state, which will be the first animation or the first state that this character will have, which will be in this case walking. Okay, so I will call this walking, and then I'm going to drag the animation from here, this walking animation that I just drag from the folder, right? This walking animation. So something in Unity you have to consider is that you have different icons for different things, right? So these triangles with motion lines, you'll see those are animations, then the other ones are prefab, right? Assets, and then you have materials, and then you have textures, which are essentially images. So what I want to do right now is actually I want to assign to this animator controller that this state that's called walking, I want to assign this animation that I just downloaded, which is called which is this one. So I want to drag it and put it here into that state. Okay, so then you will see here this is the state of walking. Now it won't move right now, it won't get this motion yet, because I have to, this is all into the setting project when it's is in the directory folder of Unity, but it's not actually assigned yet into the character that is on scene. So how to assign it into the character that is on scene? You have to click here on the character and then assign the controller, this whole controller that we have created, right? It's animator controller here, that it has actually open arms, right? Where is it? Here, this one that has squares, two squares, and two in between. This is the animator controller, so we have to assign it into this slot. So we go from here and then we assign it from here. Now this animation also needs to have some sort of guidance. So how do we guide the animation to adapt into the character is something that we have to do once we import it. So we say that this animation also corresponds to an humanoid, and then that we are going to create it from another avatar. And now what we need to do is actually we need to include an avatar here. So we have to show which is the avatar that will be the main avatar for this animation. So then the animation will scale and adapt into the bones of this avatar. So that will be the something very important that we have to do, and then we have to apply those changes. So that this animation, now you will see it should be here. So we're seeing in the inspector right now, this is actually how it should look like. Okay, so now we're going to stop here. So you'll see this is more or less like continuous, and then continuous animation. But then let's see how does it look into the scene right now. So let's go to play. So as we can see here, I think the camera is from the back, so we'll go to see the camera. Yeah, seems the camera is from the back, so we're going to probably select the camera and trying to adjust a little bit to focus on our character. So then now it's from the side. Then we'll see how does it look like. Let's do it again because we did it in runtime. So let's go here, we'll spin the camera a little bit, rotate it a few degrees, and then we have this, and then we'll click play, and then we'll see how it does look. So it's working just one time because our animation needs to be looped. So currently, if we go to the animation that we have assigned here, we go here, we'll go to the animation properly. So if we want to loop this section, what we have to do is that we go here, we go to the asset we just import, this animation asset here, and we click on this whole prefab, and then we go to the animation, then we click loop time. So once this thing is assigned, then we'll have this walking animation here already, right? We did our entry, and then we just click, and then we should look like yeah, our character should be walking into the scene, and then keep walking. So then the animation should be looped, and that should be it. Yeah, so that's all for now. I'm going to leave you here. So of course you can add more different animations here. I will show you later how to do a blending tree where we can switch between animations. So I think that will be all, and see you next time.